So, next job is to put these radiator guards on. And in order to do that, all I have to do is open that screw here, flip that open, shove it in, put it back down, and be done with it. So, put that in. Obviously it's a bit of a hoo-ha because there's not much room here, but it's in. So, I think that's it. All good, tied it up, finished. Installing my racks for the luggage. So these are my Lone Rider racks and the Lone Rider bags are down here. And then somewhere else I do have some crash bars. So there are lower and upper crash bars for this bike. So, and all it is really, you have two bolts up here where you hang it in, and one down here behind on the top where you have the pillion footrests, and that is it. So you hook it in here, hook it in here, hook it in here, and the job is done. So I loosened already everything up here, so all I have to do is hook that in here, long bolt goes in here, short one up here. I keep it a bit loose because when I put the crossbar on the back, I don't mind to have a little bit of give. It just makes it all easier. So that's that. And let's do this one here. So that's done. Right, next job, turn the bike around and take the muffler off. Here we go. Now I loosened all that stuff beforehand, so I'm not trying to tell you porkies here and pretend it's all that smooth, because quite frankly it isn't. Here we go, all done. So same procedure, hooking it in here and put the bolts in. Right, and the last thing I need to do is put the crossbeam in here. That easy. All it needs to do is make sure, before you forget, if you buy one of these racks, the long side here is always on the side of the exhaust. So let's just shove that in here. There's no harm done because it keeps it all nice and tight. So that's it. All what's left now is tighten all that stuff up and put the muffler back on, and then another job done. So let's fiddle the exhaust back on. That easy. Never forget that little metal shim behind there, because otherwise you're in real trouble. I think I got loads done now. So the pannier racks are on it. So it's coming down to these mofos here. The real heavy metal stuff. Let's get on and read the manual for once, because I never read a manual. Right. Right, so that's all in place where it should be. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another day. Yesterday I couldn't finish the setup of my new motorbike and put the top crash bars on because I didn't know how to do it. There was quite a few brackets with that thing and there's no mention of that stuff in the manual. So I had to go back to the manufacturer and just clarify the whole situation. Shouldn't think these days it's possible for such a hoo-ha, but hey. Anyway, so that's all sorted. So let me show you what I'm up to. Let's just do this that way. So what I have to do is basically mount that baby on here somehow. Hold on, like that. And in order to do that, I have to take all that off on both sides, fit brackets in there, and fit this metal bar in between. I have to take the whole beak off, so it's quite a bit of messing around to do. Right, so the next step is taking the beak off. There are 4 screws, there's 1 on either side, and there are 2 right underneath here, so let's take those out first. And then take the old beak off. No, actually more bolts, so it is 6, not 4. There's 1 here and 1 on the other side. Here we go, beak is off. Right, so what I did now is I took all the bolts out and then start fixing the mounting bracket here. I mean, this is what all the hoo-ha is all about, to have these brackets installed. So I just made a dry fit and see if everything lines up here, and it does perfectly. It actually looks pretty neat. So my next step is put all the plastic stuff back on the bike, the bodywork, so it looks good. If you do this, make sure you keep an eye on your bolts, because some have this extra bit on here, that what belongs in the top ones here. If you don't do that, you just break it, and that basically pushes it in the right place. And now is the moment of truth. Let's put this whole thing together. I think that all looks good. The holes lining up. So guys, that's all done. My crash bars are on. A few other jobs to do, but I think all the major surgery on my brand spanking new bike is done. Next week I'm already on the road to Germany, so let me show you the whole crash bar thing. I think that looks rather dapper. 1 second. Here we go. So, what do you reckon? I think they look really good. And be fair and be honest, first I was a bit not sure about these ones here because they looked a bit bulky, but now having the top crash bars on as well looks rather good. Looking from this angle, you know, this all blends in a bit. Okay, it makes the motorbike looking wider a little bit, but you know, they are solid. I mean, there's no ifs and buts. I like the best that there's an extra bar on the back here, what you normally don't have, so every little helps. They're heavy bikes. Right guys, I think I'll leave it like that. I mean, I have to tidy up now. I have to tighten up some bolts, go all around, make sure everything is properly done. But I think that is it for me on this video on installing my racks and crash bars on my motorbike. So I think Jürgen looks rather dapper, so I'm really pleased with that. And then we just move on swiftly because I'm packing up and going away again. Listen guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below and I come right back. Until next time guys, ride safe, be safe, bye.